I refer to it as a she because to me Nessie is a female name. When I was a small child growing up, one of my mother's friends was called Nessie, so I always think of Nessie as female. It was an abbreviation for Agnes, it was nothing to do with the monster, but she was known as Nessie, so locally, so I always think of Nessie as a female name. So we usually think of Nessie as a woman, but the first recorded sighting was in the 6th century, the year 565. At that time there was an Irish monk called Columba, who later became Saint Columba, came across from Ireland to Scotland. He was a monk of the early Celtic church, and he came to try to convert the Picts of the Highlands, those people I talked about, the Pictish people of the north of Scotland, to try and convert them to Christianity. So he landed on the west coast and he travelled up the Great Glen, because that was a way through the mountains, of course. In those days most people would travel by or beside water. So he was travelling up the Great Glen to reach Inverness to try to convert the king of the Picts, King Brut. Now the story is, and this story is recorded in a biography of Columba, which was written by another monk about 2 centuries later, so it's a little bit later from the time. But one of the stories in the biography of Columba is that as he was coming up the side of the loch, heading towards what is now Inverness, he met a group of people who were burying one of their friends. Sorry, I'll break off. Into the right there, the sheep, the very dark black coloured sheep there, it's a very old breed of sheep called Hebridean sheep with double horns. So he was going by he met this group of people who were burying one of their friends, and when he asked them what had happened, they explained that they had been by the side of the loch and a great beast had risen up out of the water and attacked their friend, bitten their friend and killed him. So the monk gave them his condolences, blessed them and continued on his way. And as he reached the point where the river joins the loch, he saw a boat on the other side of the river, and he thought that would make the rest of the journey very much easier. So he had his servant Lugna with him, and he told Lugna to dive into the water, swim across, fetch the boat and bring it back. So Lugna dived into the water, was swimming across to fetch the boat, and as he did so, this great beast rose up out of the water again and started charging towards Lugna. So the monk Columba raised his arm, made the sign of the cross, commanded the beast to stop, not to attack the man, and to go back where he had come from. And immediately the beast stopped and disappeared back under the water. And there is no record that Nessie has ever bitten anyone since. So we know that Saint Columba did the trick. And very soon we'll be coming to the start of the loch, so this would approximately be just where the river meets the loch, would be approximately where Columba met Nessie. So the next little village coming up on our left is very logically Loch End, because it is the end of the loch. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen, now you can see Loch Ness beginning on your left. So over on the far side is where the river begins and goes up towards Inverness.